So what I was trying to convey in that short video was a situation that often occurs within companies where individual developers are not aware of all the functions that a company has created. So what often happens is that developers recreate these functions that have already been developed, which is obviously not very productive. What is needed is a tool within Salesforce that can automatically select the most ideal function to use from the hundreds and maybe possibly thousands of bespoke functions available to a company that developers have created in previous projects. To do this, each function will have its own descriptive information, which will accurately describe what the function does and how it does it. So when the developer has a new project, the first task for the developer or the project manager will be to subdivide the project into individual tasks. And these individual tasks will have its own descriptive information. So now we can actually match the descriptive information of the task to the descriptive information of the function, and therefore choose the most ideally suited function. This descriptive information of each task, as I've just mentioned, will be matched to the most ideal function within the system. And the new tool can now compile a list of functions to match each of the tasks within a project, and therefore can automatically create the code required for the project. Okay, the next part I've called the global scope part of the system. Although it would be great for companies to automatically identify bespoke functions for each of the tasks of a project and produce the majority of the code automatically, this new tool may not be able to match some tasks with any bespoke functions, simply because no bespoke functions has been created that can actually cater for a particular task. But if developers and companies could provide individual bespoke functions into an environment similar to the App Exchange, then all companies and developers could reuse bespoke functions that were created not just by their own company, but functions developed by every Salesforce customer and developer. This will properly leverage crowdsourcing and produce a global community whereby we can all share functions that all companies and customers have developed. The final part of the new tool is what I've called the self-enhancing system. Now, this may not fall part of the first release of the system. Although code developed for previous projects may work and may fulfill the tasks of a project, and maybe these projects have actually already been deployed to the live system and are currently being used. But if a system was able to continually identify weak spots within code and suggest improvements, this wouldn't just improve the performance for one single company, but also all companies that share the same resources in a multi-tenant system. So what I'm suggesting here is that projects that have even been deployed to live, the system can actually continually identify areas that it can actually improve the performance for. And therefore, this will actually benefit everyone within the multi-tenant system. To do this, I'm suggesting to create a similar tool as the execution planner in SQL Server. This tool could identify parts of the code that is taking longer to execute and code that is frequently being executed. Identify code that was developed maybe many years ago, and though the code works, new Salesforce features could now be used to vastly improve the performance of specific code. So as a new Salesforce release actually occurs, the system will identify certain new Salesforce features that could actually improve existing code within the live system, and that by improving the performance, and therefore this will actually not just benefit the individual customers but also the entire multi-tenant system. So in summary, I'm suggesting a new Salesforce tool that could eliminate situations where developers are recreating functions, which is obviously unproductive. A tool that could automatically produce the majority of the code simply from using the task information provided by requirements gathering, and also to be able to share ready-made bespoke functions developed by all Salesforce customers and developers in a global community. And finally, to automatically suggest improvements and code enhancements by using new Salesforce features in each Salesforce release. So at a click of a button, customers can enhance performance of their code. This tool will make Salesforce customers more productive and therefore more successful. Be able to plan project releases far quicker. The ability to produce code and projects far quicker would allow Salesforce customers to expand the use of Salesforce into more departments of the company, and therefore requiring more Salesforce licenses. Thank you very much.